I'm scared that I'm going to get a phone call and say that she's either dead or she's hurt, she's in the hospital, or she's dead. And whenever I hear her voice on the phone or I talk to her, I just love to hear her voice, but I'm also mad at her, and I don't want to be mad at her. But I also am mad at her for doing what she's doing. And I don't know if she knows that it affects us in the wrongest ways.
I'm here because I had a drug problem. I spent a lot of my life with my children homeless, moving from house to house.
Well, I'd wake up. Of course, when I get up, I'd need to get high.
It was horrible. I was living on the streets, had nowhere to go. I was doing drugs, seeing different guys, trying to get my way. And, after all that, I was getting high and I started thinking about my kids.
Well, me and my kids became homeless. I was living from here to here, there to there. They weren't getting to school on time.
I had to walk to school about 4 or 5 miles a day, and I was always late.
And I had the STARS people show up at a house I was living at, and they just said it wasn't a place for kids.
People used to always argue. I think once or twice there was a fight in the house. The cockroaches was kind of all around the house, so was the bed bugs. So, they'd be on the walls, in the kitchen. And I used to sleep on the floor in a corner.
And they gave me a few days to find somewhere to go with my kids, or they were going to come back and take them.
They drug test my mom and everybody in the house. And everybody except for one person was positive, and my mom was the only one there with kids.
I've been in and out of CPS since I was young. My mom chose guys over me. She didn't care. I was out running around, running with older people, smoking weed, getting drunk, and I felt like she didn't want me.
Each day I'll usually eat fast food because my mom didn't really have a lot of money.
Sometimes I'd have to steal it at the 99-cent store. I'd go in there with the kids. They didn't know what I was doing, but I was doing it, and I'd just dump what I could to feed them in my purse and leave. And that was like a daily ritual for us. That went on for a good 3 years. 3 years, and it just got worse every day to where we were sleeping in my truck at the park,
There's a lot of memories when we were homeless or my mom was doing drugs that's stuck in my head. I was sleeping in the living room because I had my broken wrist. My mom's boyfriend pushed her on top of me and told her, I dare you to hit me. And so mom hit him, and then my mom's boyfriend hit in her head right here. And I just remember hearing the sound of that. And then I remember my sister coming out, going into the kitchen and grab a knife and telling him to get out.
Being an addict is a very selfish thing. All you really care about is your drugs. Don't get me wrong, I love my kids, but I just put drugs first and my kids second.
I had been addicted since I was 14. My mother turned me on to it, unfortunately. She actually taught me how to be a functioning addict, to eat and sleep on it, and so all the wrong things really.
It made me feel sad. It made me feel horrible. It made me feel worthless. Because I felt myself going down the same road my mom was.
Addiction runs in my family. My mom and dad were heroin addicts. First they were doing meth, and then they switched to heroin. So it's not like I was introduced to it hanging out with my friends. It's just always been a part of my life. I've been through it, and I gotta stop it now so my kids don't have to go through it.
It's really helps being here, It feels really safe and secure here.
Volunteers of America have brought me freedom from my addiction, freedom from the streets, freedom just to a whole new walk of life I have now.
I think they really showed her how to be a mom and to not do this around us and do the right thing instead of the wrong.
There's no other way, there's no turning back, So I'm going to plan on taking advantage of this time here at VOA because I know they have a lot to offer.
This program does work. And if they're out there struggling, maybe they should tell their parents to come to Volunteers of America because it really does work.
I'm glad to be here at this barbecue that our case managers brought us to. Really parenting classes, but she decided to have a little barbecue.
I feel like I have more control over my life. I'm clean, I have money, I have a car, I have a job. I'm managing my life very well right now.
I feel a lot safer here because where we were before, we were just out in trucks, like in parks in our truck, and Mom was around a lot of crazy people. And yeah, like a lot of crazy people.
I love it though. I'm being productive every day. I just love it. Our days are so full. We've got so much to do throughout the whole day with classes and stuff.